Good morning, everybody. Progressive Hoodie here. The Democratic Party does not care about minorities or minority representation. Okay? They only care about winning elections. And not winning it for the Democratic Party, winning it for their wealthy campaign contributors, winning it for the military-industrial complex, winning it for big oil, winning it for Wall Street. That's what they care about. They don't care about winning for the people. In fact, they will do everything they can to screw the people. Like, they want to make sure that their interests that represent them and prop them up win. They don't care about minorities. They don't care about black people. They don't care about people of color. They use them as a prop for their own ends. And the way that they have handled these debate qualifications has proven that. You've got to pretty much be an idiot right now to not see it at this point. I mean, look at how they did this. When Corey and Kamala and Julian Castro and others were struggling to meet those qualifications for grassroots support that they set up for a certain number of individual donations, when they were failing to meet those thresholds, what happened? The DNC said, well, sorry, them's the rules. They didn't change the rules so that there could be more minority representation. They said, look, we set these rules out in advance, and we're not going to change them for you. And it becomes clear everyone has been playing by these rules, and so, sorry, you obviously didn't have the support you needed. Should have been a more interesting candidate. Okay, fine. So then we go forward without those people. Then good old Mike Bloomberg steps forward with his billions and billions of dollars. And they go, a billionaire right-winger. We mean moderate, right? That can step forward and spend lots of money against Donald Trump to help us. Yes, all right. What do you want, Bloomberg? What do you want? Do you want us to bow before you? Do you want us to massage your back while you eat? Do you want us to jump over a bridge for you? Do you want us to throw babies over a cliff? What is it that you want? Tell us anything. Oh, okay. You want us to change the debate criteria to suit you, even though we previously were unwilling to do that to help candidates of color? Oh, say no more. That's easy. We don't even have to sacrifice children. So they were like, yeah, no problem. Change the debate criteria. And remember all that we said about grassroots funding? Not necessary anymore. Not necessary. You can fund yourself, because Bloomberg was doing self-financing. He wasn't asking the public for money. And special hint, he wouldn't have gotten any anyway. If he had to depend on grassroots funding from within the Democratic Party, he would have been out back. Okay, he would have been out back. He wouldn't have gotten any anyway. So he would not have been able to qualify for the debate anyway. Okay. So anyway, he's like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to change the rules. So then they change it. So then Kamala and Corey and others, and rightfully so, are like, wait a minute, what just happened? Because when we were not managing to meet those criteria, you guys didn't change the rules for us. But now this billionaire comes along and everyone's like, oh, yeah, let's change the rules. Okay, interesting. So then Mike Bloomberg's candidacy flopped, just like his retarded debate performance flopped. Okay, and now he has since dropped out of the race, and rightfully so. Bye-bye, Bloomy. Deuces, right? And then from there, we have little Miss Slay Queen, who stays in way too long. Then she finally drops her hips out, and now we're at a place where there's only 3 candidates left. There's Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. Oh, wait, there is one other. It's Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard. Now, regardless of how you may feel about her and how she's performed during this primary season, she is a woman of color. And she is still in the race. I don't know why she's still in the race, but that's a separate conversation. She's still in the race. So Tulsi Gabbard's still in the race. And what does the DNC do? Because remember, all you need is a delegate, right? You need a delegate. She has 2. So she has twice the number of the requirement to be able to participate in the next debate. So what does the Democratic Party do? You guessed it. They change the rules. This is your minority-friendly party. This is the party that black people go out and mindlessly vote for, election after election. Okay? This is the party. This is what happens when you give your vote away and don't expect anything for it. Think that after you vote, that's it. First of all, you should never agree to give your vote away up front anyway. Am I going to get my vote? You might not. I don't know. It depends. What are you going to do for me? There's no negotiation power in giving away your vote up front in exchange for nothing. And then sitting on your couch eating Cheetos, whining and complaining when these politicians don't do what you ask them to do. Why should they vote for you after you've already given them their vote, your vote? They already have it now. And then after you've given it, you don't protest, you don't go take to the streets, you don't call, you don't email, you don't do anything. You don't care to change the system. You just sit around and take it. So why should they change anything for you? Now they've said, you know what? Nope, don't need a delegate. Nope. You need 20%. Yeah, that's it. 20% of the delegates that have been awarded. You need to have 20%. I mean, just arbitrarily changing it. Well, 20%, that sounds like a nice round number, right? So let me get this straight. Bunch of black people and other people of color, minorities, are unable to qualify for the debates because they don't have the grassroots funding. They're not meeting that requirement. You say we're not going to change the rules for you just because you're minorities. And then the establishment goes on television and complains and complains. Oh, what a shame that there's no minority representation. Then we turn around and change the rules for a rich white man. Right? All the while still all complaining about the lack of minority representation in this party. Okay. Then, once he drops out, as he inevitably was going to, when there's one woman of color left in the race, we change the rules again. So they didn't change the rules so that they could make sure they excluded these minority candidates. And then at the end, they changed the rules to make sure that they could exclude the woman of color. Noted, DNC. Noted. So I don't want to hear the mainstream media complaining about representation in this party. I don't want to hear it. Don't complain about it. Don't whine about it. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. So just save it. This party does not care about minorities. They are a prop that are used to defeat the Republicans. Even they're concerned with voting rights, they're only concerned with that insofar as it helps them to get what they want. Because I don't hear a whole lot of complaining in the mainstream media about all of the poll closures that we've had in these states that we have been voting in this primary. There have been so many people that have been waiting for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours just to be able to vote. And a lot of them just happen to be in college towns. What a coincidence that all these college students are waiting in line for 5, 6, 7, and 8 hours when they tend to vote for people like Bernie Sanders. What a coincidence, right? I saw a post last night where people were saying, oh, what should the Democratic Party change their symbol to? Should it be a donkey or should it be something else? There are people who are like, oh, they should change it to a snake. Nice little dig at Elizabeth Warren. Someone else said, oh, they should change it to a rat. Someone else was like, nah, I think an ass is just fine. Right? I went up there and I'm thinking to myself, like, what should it be? Then I was scrolling and scrolling and I saw, there it is. The ostrich with its head in the sand. That's the Democratic Party. The writing's all on the wall. I'm not making any promises now that I'm not going to vote for the Democratic nominee, but I'm definitely not giving my vote away in advance. No way in heck. And Bernie Sanders better stay in this all the way until it is mathematically impossible. All the way. Deuces.